Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of Duncan Dynasty. I am Bridger, and today's the day we will finally do what needs to be done and claim the throne of Scotland. We have the, let's see, can we do, there we go. We have the Scottish culture. It is ours. So we are clearly the rightful owners of the throne of Scotland. Now, I cannot yet figure out why the Kingdom of Scotland keeps bouncing back and forth from the name Scotland to the name Alba. I think it has something to do with if the capital is in an area that's Gaelic, it might be Scottish, but if the capital is in a place that's Pictish, it might be the Kingdom of Alba. But right now it appears that they have some kind of a war going on. So I guess that a civil war, as far as I can tell, might be part of it. I'm going to try to turn up this compared to that a little bit. Because I do like, the music is very subtle in this game a lot of the time. Okay, so our kingman here, our father had just recently passed, and his goal was always to unite the crown of Scotland. He's got his 5 domain holdings, so he's got a decently large army, and most of that, I think, most of that comes from Lithgow and Stirling, because those are the ones that I've upgraded. Lithgow, I've upgraded almost everything to level 2. I will be upgrading that to level 2 soon. And Strathern, I'm upgrading everything to level 1 to see what happens when we go to Feudalism. Okay, right now we're raiding, however. And it looks like this area has already been raided, so we gotta pick a new place. 19 over here, let's go there then. Let me see if I can understand what's going on over here. I've tried multiple times. Hang on a tick. Defending against Countess Melina in the Dunbarian Alban Subjugation War. Is my vassal subjugating? Okay, I think I got it. Albany. Oh, okay, so that county is called Albany. That's why it's always been the Kingdom of Alba. So, my vassal is trying to subjugate them in Albany. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that, actually. That's a strong vassal. I don't like that at all. No siree, Bob. I mean, she's only got 2 county titles right now. I don't know how she's beating a kingdom. Exactly. Because she's also only got the 1300. These are owned by the Queen. The Queen's got 19. Oh, well, that's why she's so easy to beat up. She's only got 1 real title. That's the Gowrie title. And right now it's not controlled by her. And I guess her vassals contribute basically nothing. Does she have any vassals? It says she has 6 vassals that apparently are contributing nothing to her. Must be... Huh. Like when I look at mine, I can see my levies, and that's including all of my levies that are coming to me from my vassals, which is here. So I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll let that shake itself out so we don't have any confusing things. The Earldom of Dunbar. Hello, Chow. Texira. Did I get that right? How close are we now? We have only 2 other things that we have to do. It seems kind of ridiculous that we need to get all 14. You can't get these ones because we're not in the right places for them. These are specifically regional and cultural. But it seems odd that you have to get all 14 in order to go to feudalism. But all the people that start the game in a feudal culture have like half of these, at best. So the High Chiefess of Moray is also fighting against those invaders? Oh, there's a peasant revolt happening at the same time as all this other stuff is happening. Alright, my looting has been done. Where else can we loot here that has anything useful? I guess we gotta go over into Ireland to get more loot. Except it looks like there might be some kind of big war going on over there. I also control this little chunk here in the middle of Ireland, in the best part. So anyway, this says 248 years, but that's really just saying once this gets over there, it'll be better. I've been made aware that High Chiefess Mirigal, that's my wife, has been very close to her cousin, Count Gerhard. Gaining his favor might... Oh, that's right, I'm romancing her. I'm seducing her. Sure. Ah, budding interest. The scheme chance has increased. Huzzah. We should be able to seduce our wife soon. Anastasia is fiddling nervously with her sleeve as I open the door from my chambers. What is she doing here at this hour? My deepest apologies, but I must speak to you in private. I have discovered something very interesting. So, I have a hook on her because I know about her child's heritage. And she wants to give me a hook on my vassal in exchange for losing the hook on her. At least a secret about my vassal. Well, my vassal's getting very strong, so I think this is a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. You learned about Countess Melina's lover's secret. Well, I think we're going to blackmail her over that, just so that we don't have to worry about her rising up against my family, at least against me. She's not happy that I blackmailed her, but she still likes me. She understands, you see. This is just how things are done. Yeah, I got a bunch of lifestyle points. Wow, okay, we gotta slow things down, because I am going crazy strong here. So, I've been trying to increase all of these things. Wards can get additional skills and become your friends. That's kind of cool, because you can benefit from teaching your own kids. Faithful. Anatomical studies. I mean, court physicians costing less would be pretty good. But I'm going to go down this to try to get to scholarly circles, because that will help us get to feudalism faster. And I've also been trying to get increased piety, because what I wanted to do was use the invasion CB against Scotland, but that takes a lot of piety. Hello, Strizel. But it looks like my my ally decided to take the, what is it, the subjugation casus belli. My armies are... Oh, because I'm... Yes, indeed. Okay. We're looting over here. We're getting more money. There's a crusade happening, too. Alright, so we got more money. Let's get over here. Oh no, we didn't get that money because the raids stopped because they're sieging it down. Those bastards. Simple palisade constructed in Sterling. So I think this is as much as I can construct there. Here some things have been constructed. I don't want to make that guy any stronger. He's a pretty strong vassal. There's not a lot to siege down over here because they've all been recently captured. That looks like I can still loot it some reason. Oh. Cousin taken prisoner. Coveted literature. My lord. A local merchant has a copy of the influential Regula Pastoralis, but refused to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of his ways, I would be in your debt. So my bishop wants a specific book. Oh, that's a weird problem. I can buy it and get some lifestyle learning points and get a hook on my bishop. Or I could get it for myself, or I could tell him that sounds like a you problem. Oh, man, 50, that's more than 10 months worth of income. Is that worth getting a hook on him? I don't think so. He still likes me. He likes me enough. And somehow he likes me a lot. Why does he like me so much? Oh, I swayed him a whole bunch. That'll do it. I'm trying to save up. I need a lot of money for when we go to feudalism. Huh. There's nobody that can be the heir of Scotland right now. So I also have... My heir is unmarried. Is that my heir? All I have is daughters, huh? I've been hoping to have a son so that I'd get a single heir. But right now, I believe it's going to get split up across all of my daughters, which is not great. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's why I'm working on the seduction scheme here. Let's think about this. I don't think we need to get her married at the moment, unless it gets us a very good alliance, but I don't think there are many around that we can get. What about any amazing traits to inherit? The Earldom of Cumberland is... Oh, that's my brother-in-law. Is that her cousin? No, because my brother-in-law. So he's not... He wasn't actually by family by blood. But he is intelligent. And she is hale. We don't want it to be of his dynasty, however. His dynasty is a different dynasty entirely. So it would have to be a matrilineal marriage. But he won't accept that. I see. Well, we'll come back to it later then. What's this going to tell me? Oh, I can ransom somebody. I do like money. Where's this guy getting 50 gold from? His liege? I guess so. Powerful vassals demand... I mean, it tells me that, but then they're like mayors. And as far as I can tell, you can piss off a mayor with basically no consequences because they never have an army. And they can't stop you from getting money. Which family members can get married? I think this is an interesting one. So, it occurs to me that what you kind of want to do is find a landed husband to marry your daughter into. Because what that will do is provide you with a line of children that are in some noble capacity somewhere else outside your kingdom. And doing that helps spread your renown, your splendor. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm not looking for claims. I'm just looking for somebody landed, but it doesn't look like I get that option. You can tell over here if you look at them. Rank, there we go. No, not a bishop. So it looks like there's nobody that will do this. Not even if we go, okay, what about if they have claims that they might eventually be? Let's see, there, landed is what I was looking for. Because then we could press the child's claim and get them on a throne somewhere. But not really far away, though. How about not really far away? I kind of wish there was a distance-based thing, like not very far away would be nice. Savoy's down in Italy. Those, well, no, that doesn't sound right either. Okay, well that one's possible. The High Chiefdom of Leinster. Do we want to betroth her to a 4-year-old? Probably not. So maybe it's not possible to do that. I don't know how you're supposed to get. I guess you just have to do it by claims and then press the claims of your children, of their children, and help them get the throne of what they're looking for. Anyway, we're over here. We've got no nowhere else to really raid easily. Well, never mind. There's one right there. Renewed Jihad. The House of Islam is under grave threat from the onslaught of heathens. The Caliph has declared that an era of renewed Jihad is under... Oh boy. Another scandalous priest. I'm gonna get some stress for condemning his transgressions, but it'll give me some piety. Oh no, it's gonna cause me to have some wanton desires. I gain the trait rakish. Spends so much time as his brothel that has become his second home. Perhaps his view of God will help me. Oh. Nestorianism. Well, let's take a quick look at that one. Zero counties follow this faith. We could change that. It doesn't seem like the kind of thing that we would want, though. So I think we're gonna go ahead and skip that as an option. I think he's trying to focus on his wife, so let's do this. But what he can do is host a feast that will helpfully release some stress. No longer overwhelmed by stress, and maybe the feast will help me even further. I've only got 96 stress, so the next little bit of stress is going to push me over the edge again. Oh, I gained some renown, okay. I did everything I could ensuring that Earl Simon and Mayor Ragnar would be as far from each other as possible, but it was not enough, and now they have come to blows in the middle of my feast. Uh-oh. Damn it, Earl Simon is way more valuable and important than Mayor Ragnar. Unfortunately. Oh no, the wine is all gone bad. Huh. Alright, alright. I'll spend some money to make sure that every Junkard in attendance likes me. I do like the fact that I gained some prestige for it, though. I gained the trait Eager Reveler. Oh, that's cool. It's a lifestyle trait, and it gives me some diplomacy and intrigue. Is this the guy that really needed at diplomacy? No, but it's nice. He's got some good at diplomacy now. I think he should go on a pilgrimage. The Churches of the Vatican is probably a better one. It's less expensive. Yeah, let's go to Cologne. Less expensive still. Alright, my army is done. So we'll bring it back. Bring back all this delicious treasure, and therefore renown. Oh no, for every week that passes, my fellowship grows ever smaller. Some have gone as far as they can before the need to return home overtakes them. Others have met with less fortunate ends. Most worrying is the fact that my group of personal guards is thinning out at an alarming rate. The fact alone shows what treacherous journey can be. So I gotta get some foreign guards to increase my own prowess and levy size. It's gonna cost us a little bit, but we found some good bodyguards that I take home with me. That seems good. He wasn't very prowetic before. Although there's no way to conclusively prove it, my vassal, the mayor, has brought forward evidence that my cousin was fathered by my uncle. Oh, they have a rivalry. I wonder, did my uncle, or did my cousin know about her true heritage? Or is this just as much news to her as it is to me? So everybody loses opinion of other people, and the Earl loses a level of devotion. You gain the trait Adulterer. I don't think I can throw him in jail for that, though. Even though I do really want his title. This is a dynasty action. I could claim his title for myself, but it costs 150 renown, which is very difficult to get. It seems like it's really this build-up over time is the only time you can get it. So if we got 5 per month, it would be 20 months to get to 100, and then so it'd be 30 months to recover by claiming his title for my own because of the dynasty thing. I don't think I want to do that. If the target doesn't have any heirs or the heir dies, and only your children are left, then your children get the claims. The target of what? I'm sorry, I missed what you were referring to. The Earl here has 5 titles. That's way too many. I need him to have a bunch of kids, but right now he's only got... Oh, he's only got daughters. So these titles are going to get split up amongst... him. Yeah. They're going to get split up amongst these 4 daughters. Okay. I'm okay with that. When he dies, that will no longer be a problem for me. Theoretically. Now, what is still going on at this war over here? There's still this war going on. There's still another war defending against... Oh, Northumbria at the same time... Holy War for the High Chieftain of Northumbria. Who owns that? Somehow the Queen of Scotland also owns the High Chieftain of Northumbria? What? The Kingdom of England is trying to take the High Chieftain of Northumbria title from the Queen of... Oh, because she owns this little tiny piece of Northumbria. Somehow she also has the title. No, I have the chieftain. It's my title. I've been very confused about every war that's going on with Scotland. I own this duchy. I own this title, so how are they fighting over it and I'm not involved? Maybe that's why it's just a never-ending war. And then there's another one. Somebody else is trying to subjugate Scotland as well. Alright, I've walked the holy path. I've gained the trait Pilgrim. Because my faith is the armed pilgrimage tenet, I gained the determined pilgrim for 10 years. Ah, that's kind of cool. I finally come home, the pilgrimage ends. Still trying to seduce my wife and maybe have a son. That would be great. Celebrations have come to an end in this evening's entertainment when High Chiefess, my wife, suggests a reading. What kind of reading would she like? Something pious, like the small book on theism, or something entertaining, or something that would get us to learn? Well, she's a drunkard. She seems like the person that would be a reveler. She also likes... She's very martial skilled, so she probably wants something entertaining, like a tale of heroism. Let's go with that. She seemed completely engrossed, and she said, "Good choice, Brian." So we get smoldering chemistry, increasing the scheme's success chance to 90%. Oh yeah, we're getting some. It's happening. Hello, Jacob. How goes it? Alright, we're only a mere 2 years away from getting Barracks, and then we're a mere probably 12 years away from finishing Casus Belli, and then we will be able to take the decision to adopt feudal ways, which is just insane. This should not be all. This should be like 12 or maybe 14. No, 14 is how many there are. 10 or 12 is the most it should be, really. We've been burdened with your oppressive laws for too long. Oh, peasant rabble. Rally the troops, I guess. Where are my troops? Oh, they're over here for some reason. I forgot to disband them is the real reason why they're over there. Oh no, they're actually going to probably succeed in capturing it? No, I think I'll make it there in time. The peasants are like, yes, we're going to win! We're going to win! We're going to capture a castle! Woo! And then 4,000 troops show up. The servants have all been sent away, and our bed has been decorated with seashells. As my wife enters her chamber, she smiles confidently and joins me without any hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths, limbs, we reaffirm the devotion we swore before God, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than intended. Why? That's interesting. You go through all this just to get her to become your lover, but then you say no instead? Alright, so that's over. We can disband all. But now, can we romance her? Try to become soulmates? Here's the problem. She doesn't like that I'm an eager reveler, or I don't like that she's an eager reveler. We'll try it anyway. What else are we going to do with that personal scheme? I will write a love poem. That seems like, oh, maybe not for me. Impress her by winning a sparring match? No. Singing a love ballad. I've got good diplomacy. I've probably got a good voice. Oh, yeah. I think that helped. Still only 20% though. The fact that temperate dislikes an eager reveler Ah, she gained the trait pregnant. Excellent. If that's a son, everything is going according to plan. But I can't help it that I'm an eager reveler. That's just who I am, babe. Yes, I am planning to make a Crusader Kings 3 guide video, but what I still need to do is learn how clan governments are different. I've been messing around with feudal governments. I started a Naples game at the early game start in an Iron Man run that's going pretty well so far. I've learned a lot about how feudal governments are working, but I do not know much at all about how clan governments function and how they differ, so I need to figure that out first before I do that particular thing. Other than that, I think I'm fairly prepared. I'm attending a dance. The mere thought of touching hand makes my heart jump. Okay. We're compassionate, we're arrogant, and we're calm. Oh, that's right. She's stuck in conversation with my vassal, Earl Frang. I don't even know who this guy is. My vassal, who is the... Oh, it's the Earldom of Annandale. I'm compassionate and calm, but I can go against my nature to save my wife from this. And if so, it increases the scheme chance. Or I can take the stress of dealing with it. I get a moderate health penalty just because I listened to this guy for a night? What? Alright, I'm just gonna tell him how it is. She's bored to death and you should know that. Oh boy, I'm overwhelmed with stress again. We should maybe have another feast at some point. What am I doing with my council right now? I feel like I should be doing something more with them. We're training commanders, that's good. We're doing foreign affairs, that's good. Over here... Oh, we're increasing development down in Annandale. Okay, that's what I was looking for. And it's going, unfortunately, slowly, I believe. Increasing development goes at half speed when you're tribal? Doesn't look like that. Maybe I'm misremembering. There's something that does half speed when you're tribal. But it's actually going at a decent pace. Oh, there's a smuggling ring here. Why is there a smuggling ring here? We need to get the marshal on that stat. Deal with the smuggling ring. Oh, it's already taken care of. My son and heir. Eric the Strong. There's no woman lovelier than my wife. In her presence, my words often fail me. She is so healthy and robust. I can write about her youthful vigor, her exquisite features, her charming demeanor. I think she'll like that I write about her vigor. She has that martial education. Your broad shoulders are the balm for my weary soul. My heart yearns to be by your side. She must have liked my poem. Huzzah! We'll be soulmates yet. Just you wait. Oh, Jacob, is that a donation? Is that SEK? I don't know what that is. Visions of the Divine. I beckon my bishop to join me in the circle of brass orbs and candles arranged on staves throughout the dark room. The incense cloying the air. This is how through the corner of our eyes we'll be able to spot the inscrutable form of angels. I might be a little crazy. Am I a little crazy? Why am I doing this? That's right, he found the book that, like, my grandfather wrote about when he was learning about these incense and visions and stuff. He's, like, got some crazy incense-laden LSD. I'll take this. I'd rather him like me, because he gives me stuff. He gives me taxes and levies. The more that he likes me, the more taxes and levies he gives me. A spy master has come to me with grave news. While we do not yet know who, someone's plotting to kill my champion. But he's amazing. Yeah, we'll keep you on disrupt schemes for a while then there. Now, I think, do I have... Yes, I'm also converting the last province that needs to be converted to Christianity. To Catholicism specifically. I exposed... Oh wait, did somebody actually murder him? Who is this guy? This lady? Nobody really important. She does have some money. I'm not going to bother with it. I did get a new learning lifestyle trait. Faithful will increase clergy opinion of me, and that's useful for some reason. Scholarly circles increases my learning levels per level of devotion. Different culture opinion, they like me more. Different faith opinion, they like me more. I think scholarly circles will help. My learning needs to be higher so that we can unlock these innovations faster. There we go. We got four extra points of learning. Lennox has low country control. Does it? Oh, because it was getting sieged by the damn peasants. That's right. And Annandale does too. I guess that's how they got the other one. I don't know why their county control is so low. But we're going to flip it over to this one because this is the one that's directly in my domain. I'm attending a dance to spend more time with my wife. The mere thought of touching hands. We did that before, but oh no, it's this guy again? I'm going to tell him off again. Oh, my stress is out through the roof. I've got to do something about this. I can't even have a feast. Maybe I can go on a hunt. I should probably search for a physician because we don't have one. And I've got the money, I can hire one. Alright, nominate a successor for the heir to the throne of Scotland. Is this the case where I am now possibly on this list? I don't think so. I don't see my crest anywhere. But they might. Sometimes you just find that that's the case. You're like, hey, well, how did that happen? Alright, now, Scotland finally appears to... Oh no, they're still involved in a war. The County of Holland. Oh, they're defending somebody... Oh, okay. Part of this is I'm missing the fact that some of these, they're involved not as the direct defender, but as an ally, right? That's what's going on. They're allies with this king, and so that's why they're in these other wars. But let's look at how we might do this, shall we? The invasion cast a spell I still needs another 500-ish, but that's the one we want. It seizes all titles in Scotland, including the kingdom title. If I do a holy war for the kingdom, all titles are seized, but the problem here is that other rulers of that might get involved, and you know what? There are just a few. There are just a few more of them that might not appreciate what I'm doing. I don't want Sweden to jump involved in this. That's why I can't do the damn holy war. That's the problem. And then I could just do a conquest to take a little bit more. I don't want to give that Earl Simon any more stuff. Subjugation means I claim the primary title and make them my vassal. That would make all of this mine. I think that's okay, actually. But I kind of wanted to do the invasion one because that would give me the ability to disperse the titles of all these counties to my family. And apparently we need fame of exalted amongst men in order to trigger this. You can't do a big invasion unless you're exalted. So we're not even close to being able to do this one without major penalty. Therefore, the subjugation one is really the only one we can do. But I want to do it at the opportune moment, right before we get access to turn into feudalism. What is this? Open terrain expert. Is that who I want to be my physician? I guess she's got some learning. I hope that she, you know, actually is useful. A most miraculous fish. A fisherman has come before me claiming to be able to cook an enchanted supper. Supposedly he catches dream fish from a secret spot and performs strange rituals upon them. He then serves their heads, each fish inspiring ecstatic visions for the day after consumption. He wrings his hands as he looks at me, eyes alight with greed and fear. This sounds like a magic beans thing. I can gain some fame. If I eat the fish and things go badly, I get a severe health penalty. I don't think we want to do that. I think we're going to try a learning challenge. Have him teach me the ritual. Worst that happens is I get associations with strange peasants, and I gain the nickname The Fishy. Hi, Chieftain Brian McDagg, The Fishy. I've got to try. Because even if I fail, that sounds pretty awesome. Oh, I failed. And he fled my court. Okay. I guess that is what it is. Let's go raiding again. While we're waiting for the rest of this to... Oh, I gotta turn into a raiding army. There we go. Oh, a lot of this has been raided recently. North Riding looks like it can be raided. Yeah, actually, it doesn't look like it can raid much. Alright, so we're about to get Barracks, which will allow me to upgrade these last two things to level 2. There we go. A new fascination can be selected. This one. Ah, we're continuing our romance. Every time I close my eyes, I see her face. Sleep will not come. I cannot wait another moment. Cloaked in shadows, I must make my way to the garden outside of her living quarters. Isn't her living quarters my living quarters? These are not super well done when you're using it on your wife. Oh no. Oh no! I will go ahead with my attempt to romance her. Or... I must save her. I have to. This could end very badly. I could wind up dying because I go to save her from a burglar. But I must try to save my beloved. The sounds from the struggle above is the greatest motivator I've ever known. Without a care for life or limb, I hoist myself through her window. The scene that meets me is not what I expected. She's killed him! As if my words were a spell, she finally unfreezes and throws herself into my arms. Thank God you're here! I will never let you get into harm's way again. We can become soulmates, because I'm here to save her, but she definitely saved herself. Oh, man. There we go, now we're soulmates. She'll never plot against me now. That was the whole thing, right? Christina is my daughter. She seems to know exactly what to do to relieve my troubled mind. It helped me so much when she invited me along the other day. Oh, I lose some stress. Excellent. She still needs a spouse. Let's try again and see if there's anybody willing to do a matrilineal marriage that also has some land. No. So, I'm just not certain how you could ever get your... I guess you could try to marry your son into a landed... Nobody's going to allow it. Maybe if you get a hook on somebody, that could be a way. You could force it. Anyway, we should find at least somebody that's going to continue to improve the line. And hey, maybe get an alliance with the Earldom of Cumberland. Oh, that's my brother-in-law. But it's also, unfortunately, he's too old for her. That's just not cool. She's only 21. Somebody who's intelligent but club-footed. No, let's avoid that. Trying to breed these good characteristics into my family line. Unfortunately, there's not a lot that are at least of a decent splendor. He will not accept. They don't like that matrilineal marriage. The Carling Dynasty. Yeah, I don't see the point of marrying off your daughter to an outside force. Someone outside of your kingdom. It seems like marrying a commoner is a better choice. Because, yeah, she gets minus 200 prestige, but what do I care what her prestige is? Does that really matter? At least this will produce more children in my dynasty. The only reason to marry your daughters non-matrilinearly will be in order to secure alliances, I believe. Now, let me see what happens if I betroth my son. Can I betroth my son to somebody? Well, not this son, but a different son. Could I betroth them to somebody that's landed? Would that be possible? Yeah. Yeah. That could work. I'm not doing it here because he's my heir, but this could create a new part of my line in Croatia. If I just sent a son over there, that would then... The children of my son and this countess would inherit the countess's titles, and then my dynasty would actually get more land elsewhere in the world. Because you can actually look at that. Houses. So the Scots house is actually... It doesn't go by dynasty, unfortunately, because there are also... parts of my dynasty controlled over here, if I remember correctly, if they're still intact. Oh no, the other house died off? Technically, oh, this is still House Scots. So somebody else over here could build a new house, but none of them have any land. She's the only one with any land, and... Oh. She had land, but it died before she had kids. So the other house is gone. This used to be the other house. But it looks like that house doesn't exist anymore. I wonder why. I didn't realize houses could go away. But, like, they still have... They're still part of my dynasty, and this one still has land, so it's a landed title. He's a count. So I wonder why he didn't inherit the house that was over here. So now, there's only one house in the dynasty, and that's mine over here. But they're still part of my dynasty. They just don't have, you know... This is where it broke off and went somewhere else. A duchy rank realm. The Jarldom of Nordmark. Way over here. Part of Aefsegundr. Okay, that's the dynasty that I was looking for. Anyway, back to what we're doing over here. So, now we have fascination and exposure on this last one, and that means in 11 years we'll finally be able to convert to feudalism. And learning has been great, but I think we need to worry now about our ability to conquer and rule. And the Overseer is going to be the one that helps me control a large kingdom. Or Stewardship also kind of does that. Because I'm going to need to build a lot. So let's go ahead and look at it to a wealth focus, or potentially a domain focus, which gives me a lot of stewardship. Now that's only 6% wealth increase versus the 10% you get from wealth, but it would let me have one more holding, potentially. And unfortunately, we're just, what's our main... Oh, diplomacy is what we're good at. Title creation cost minus 20. Each alliance grants +1. August. Inspiring rule. There's good stuff in every single tree. Children can receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. That's crazy good. The family tree actually has a lot of really cool stuff. Each friend relation grants 2 random skill points. By the time... Now, I found out I don't think this acts after the fact. If you make a new friend after you've selected this perk, it doesn't appear to give you random skill points. It only triggers once the time that you use it. I believe that's the case. But I think stewardship, specifically architect, is what we're going to want with regards to when we take over this entire area and try to convert it. We need a lot of money to pay for all the upgrades we're going to get once we finally get feudalism. I can designate a guardian for my daughter, but whom? Whom should be her teacher? There are so many teachers that are really good at fighting, but my stupid religion does not allow them to be champions. Actually, I'm not sure what prevents that. I thought it was religion, but maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, doctrines. Male-dominated means claims of women can only be pressed against other women. Women do not get implicit claims on their parents' titles. Women cannot be granted titles. Only men can be commanders and champions. Only men and vassals can be appointed as chancellors, stewards, and marshals. So that's the problem. We want to fix that. If we were to create our own new Christian faith, we could do so. We could make it equal. It would cost a ridiculous amount of stuff to do it, but that would give us a lot more flexibility. Right now, we have a lot of daughters that are really good at fighting that are prevented from being knights. Oh, it went up a little bit because my fascination, my learning went down, but that's okay. 11 years means 943. That's when we're expecting that to be. Development under siege. Oh, hey, you can't do that. Who's besieging it? The Earldom of Dublin. Attacking Annandale for the Cumberland claim on the Earldom of Annandale. I don't want my vassals fighting. Can I tell them to stop? I don't think I can. Oh well. Slain Scots can marry. She could marry my cousin, who's a toad. Let's clear this. Matrilineal Marriage. How can she possibly marry a bishop? Oh, because it's a weird Gregorian thing. A Georgian thing. He's possessed. Okay. That's probably why he's willing to marry. But actually, I'm curious. Why would he go through with that? The matrilineal thing doesn't bother him, apparently. I'm not going to do that, but it was cool to look at. Okay, let's get some more members of my dynasty that are beautiful. She is hale, and he is handsome. But let's see, how do their things work together? Shy, stubborn, and ambitious versus callous, paranoid, and temperate. So there's no opposites there. That could work. That could be a worthy match. And he's got a lot of good skills, so that'll probably, you know, benefit things. Can designate a guardian for my daughter. What's the value of giving them an education in learning? Because they're not really going to benefit from it. Alright, we got a new stewardship lifestyle perk. Pork? Will decrease the cost of buildings. We did want to upgrade these two buildings, which will give me considerably more levies. Increased control task is done. But apparently, we're going to need to do that in Annandale, since it just got sieged down to nothing. Seems to be the only thing in my realm that does need it very badly. Pastoral isolation. Heresy. Benevento, that's in Italy. But I've looked at that. I don't want it. Uh-oh. We have a second son? Damn it. The seducing and romancing worked too well. 2 sons is okay. How about no more than that, though, right? Definitely not Donald. Magnus sounds good. I can declare a lot of wars. I can designate a guardian. If you don't designate a guardian, is it just gonna be, Ooh, I can ask my head of faith for gold. Yes, please. Powerful vassals, you say? He's a freaking reeve. He's got 183 men to his name. How is he powerful? I don't think they understand. That'll actually speed this up a bit, huh? What if she's actually helping with patronage? That brings it down a little bit, by about a year. Oh no, my counselor died. Oh no. There will be another crusade, you say? Grounds of Galatia. Oh, in Spain. I will finance this holy cause. Galatia? Now, why is this considered a holy area? I mean, obviously it's because a lot of it is not the correct religion. I'm just going to do the... You know, we've got other things, domestic things to worry about at the moment. I don't think I can mess around with the crusade system right now. There's no end to the opinions and wants of my son and heir, Eric. Half the time he is trying to tell me what to do instead of the other way around. He gets the trait bossy. Well, that's good. We might finally have a martial character as an heir. Uh-oh. The entire world rests on my shoulders. I hardly have a moment left for myself. I think we're going to have some kind of a breakdown here. We get the trait irritable, which weakens our diplomacy and martial, but increases our prowess. Get out of my room! Yeah, I noticed you can give the kingdom to a family member. That is a cool system, because that can get your dynasty elsewhere. That's kind of cool. But I need something to rebalance my humors. My wife is a drunkard. Why shouldn't I be a drunkard? Because it lowers my stewardship and prowess. I think we need to be... I think irritable is the only way. He explodes for no reason. It's just the way that it is. Five months left of converting this province over here to Catholicism. It's taking a long-ass time. No matter what keeps happening here in Scotland, it never breaks apart. It's still all here. Oh, he's been imprisoned. Okay. I did want to look at this. Lineage. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can look back. I've only been 4. It seems like it's been longer than that, but... So what's interesting here is... This guy was like 40 when he had this son, so he's likely to die while this son is really quite young. He's going to take on the throne, you know, at 25 or 30 or something. Ah, finally, you have converted them to the true faith. I have a new job for you. Convert them to the true faith. Why is she squinting? Because she's drunk. Oh my god. She's all like red in the face because she's drunk. Okay. They grow up so fast. She becomes a tough soldier and flexible leader that I can't freaking use. Problem is, if you create your own faith, you open yourself up to holy wars. Whoa! Oriel. The Irish took some piece of this? Well, I still want to do the whole conquering of Scotland, but apparently I better consider it soon because it's getting eaten alive. Now seems like the right time. Nobody else is conquering Scotland. So I think we're going to do... We can't do the Invade Kingdom. We determined that that is ideal, but we can't do it. Our Subjugation one is the one we need to do. Once we have the kingdom title and we switch to feudalism, we'll get de jure claims on all of the things in the kingdom. And we'll get a bunch of fame. A bunch of people become my vassal. And I would get his primary title. Is this the right moment? Oh, Strizel says after he gave the family member control of the area, it gives you the option to take control of that family member. I wonder if it does that when you're also in like an Iron Man game. Huh. Now, they have 2 allies, but apparently we're still stronger than them. It doesn't say what, like, the war goal is. I presume it's the capital. But yeah, we're going to do this before somebody else does. It's going to cost us 500 prestige, but we got a lot to spare at the moment. Raise our armies. And start conquering stuff. I've been corresponding with your Chancellor. Perhaps I like you. Who's this person? Prince of the Welsh. Gwynedd. So I missed the opportunity to get, like, all of Scotland because some of this has been broken up and given off to somebody else. I don't like the fact that Sweden's got so much damn influence over here. But, government type. They're all tribal. When I become feudal, I'll slowly get some significant advantages on them. Oh no! Don't be pregnant! I'm supposed to be out leading a crusade against these guys. Athol. Oh, Scotland's capital's way up there now. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta do what we gotta do. Let's conquer our way over there. I don't know where their armies are. Fighting our way towards the capital seems like the right play. I gained men-at-arms negotiation, decreasing the cost of them. That's nice. Rival taken prisoner. Oh, I didn't know I had a rival. That's pretty useful. What is this? Fort level impact. Fort level is too high. Whoa. Why did that suddenly... Oh, because the garrison supplies starvation, so suddenly it changed. So our daily siege progress. They have a big castle here. The fort level really slowed it down. Why is it? It's a county capital, a tribal hold, but it also has improved defenses. What is improved defenses? This. Oh, it had an event that made it that strong. Interesting. Nobody's threatening my areas here, so we're still doing okay on that front. Who is in charge of this? It's Mike. Oh my god, the guy's got a 35 advantage? His martial skill is 25, and he's got a chivalry focus, and he's got never back down. The Cumberland Earl is my best commander ever. Holy moly, he's got a 20 prowess? I hope he never rises up against me. That would be real bad. We got another son. It's going to ruin everything that I've been working at. Hamish, sure. So now that that's the case, let's take a quick look. My main heir, the one that I will play as, is going to inherit the High Chiefdom of Lothian, the High Chiefdom of Meath, which is down there, the Earldom of Lothian, the Earldom... Okay. Oh, wow, he's really going to inherit all of those? All of these up here. Not Lennox. Lennox is going to go, and my other son gets the High Chiefdom of Northumbria, but no counties to go with it. That kind of sucks for him. He doesn't actually get any domains. Alright, here we are, 8 years away from feudalism. Alright, so... we can't... We don't have any supplies. So I think we're going to need to break our army up a little bit here. Maybe we need to win a combat before we break our army up. Alright, so take the army, split it in half, which is what, F? And have the worst commander go back here. And siege this. Oh, I sent them both back by mistake. I don't understand. My cousin has been slain in battle. Oh, God. You're supposed to increase the control there, and you've decreased it by mistake. You fool! There's 300 over there that appear to be raiding. Now, if I split these up and they conquer their areas, they'll be able to be in supply for a short time. Now, this is interesting. Why is there 300 supply available to this guy? Oh, because he has a special trait. He's a logistician. An Irishman from Athlone has come to petition me for an increased representation in my government. We are your loyal subjects, yet we have no say in how our communities are governed. Would it be so much to ask for one of our own people to have a place in your administration? It would help break up Earl Simon's whole thing. I don't like how many he's got. But at the same time, I don't think I want an Irishman in charge of Ireland. That sounds like a bad plan. We'll just loosen the reins a little bit rather than take it away from our good Earl. We do think... Yeah, our good Earl has 4 daughters who all stand to inherit different parts of his empire. So that'll solve my vassal problem really fast. And lowering control of Athlone will also make a little bit of a problem for that Earl, so he can't be a problem for me. So we're still well supplied for the moment. It looks like winning a battle might increase your supplies temporarily because you take the opponent's supplies when you win. That's a really cool little piece to it. we have a new perk available. Defensive measures? No. Professional workforce. We want to get to architect with this guy. He's 45. He can probably make it there. We took some prisoners. We'll ransom them after the war is over. Now, fascination. How does it get to 75%? 17 plus 20 is 37. Times 2 should be 74. Well, I guess it's just rounding. Oh, it's also, look at that. At some point, we're actually too good at this. You can't go over 100% chance, so fascination has diminishing returns if it's combined with exposure. That's good to know. I would have done different things. But what that means is I can have my wife assist the ruler instead. And we still have a 100% chance. Okay. Alright, so this one's almost done. There it is. So if they stay there for a moment, they should... Okay, good. That one's finished. This one is finishing. So you go ahead and siege this down. Oh, that's actually not under any enemy control. So we'll get the capital, and you can get another piece of this. I don't see any enemies taking any of my territory, so I don't really have to worry about that. I'm still developing Annadale, because it's one of the lowest... It was one of the lowest development areas. Oh my god, I need to develop Ayrshire. I didn't realize it was a 3. The development there is going to happen quite fast. Yeah. 25 months. So we're getting the capital. That might be enough to just win. Nope. We need to take more. Ah, we got money from that. We're at 73% now. Now, I don't know if there's no war objective in a subjugation war. I thought it would be the capital or something, but it appears it's not. You found a new commander, huh? Yeah, look at him. That's a knight. Now, it appears that this doesn't cost any money, which is nice. Versus, like, inviting commanders. When you have your marshal train commanders and potentially try to invite them, it doesn't cost anything. Recruiting them otherwise costs money. Lithgowshire, almost done with all the upgrades, so that when we go to feudalism, we'll really see what happens with Lithgowshire. Lothian, cannot build anything, because I don't yet have... I still haven't determined yet if cities are ever worth building. Like, if you have a 4th slot, should you ever build a city? Because they give you so little money. Look at this. It's got all this extra tax. And it's already got guilds, which give you tax, and it's got hamlets, which give you tax, and those are both upgraded to level 2. It can make a ton of money, but your Republic vassals never give you a big piece of it. Of all these cities I've got 0.1 income. Now that goes up considerably actually when you're not a tribal leader, to be fair. Earl Simon has finally died, and it hurts that my uncle has died, but if I'm correct now, his lands are no longer, yes, his lands are no longer completely controlled by, so it's been split up amongst all of his daughters. And I'm okay with that. No longer have one very powerful vassal. You dislike the rating mechanic. Why is that, Strizel? I think it seems kind of good, but maybe I'm missing something. I've almost completely taken everything. Who are these guys, and why are they fighting me? Oh, it's a populist uprising. Apparently subjugation requires you to basically take the whole thing. Oh, I could recruit a guest to my court. It says pay, but it doesn't imply how much it would cost to pay this guy. So 36... Oh, now it tells me how much. Well, it would probably make sense to have a very good spy master right about the moment when I'm going to have a ton of vassals that might be trying to do some stuff. I could negotiate an alliance. She's not very valuable as an ally. Did I... Oh, Eric needs a guardian. That's true. And ideally... My wife could teach him all about being a tactician. Ooh. My courtier and court physician is a brilliant strategist. That seems like a good guide here. Yeah, nothing to be gained from that. The drunk Gormilla McBrien. Is there anyone... So she is 19. Is there an alliance I want to secure? I don't want England to get all mad at me. Maybe I can find... I can arrange a marriage between my daughter, Gormilla, Wilhelm. Oh, it would not... I wanted to see if there's an alliance possibility here, but no. I wonder why. Okay, so if I can't get an alliance with England, maybe it's because it's a king title and I'm not a king. Let's try these guys and see if we can get an alliance with them. Dang it. No eligible heirs? Is that the thing? Alright, well, let's see if we can get an alliance of any kind. I just wish I could... I hate that this takes up the huge chunk of the window, and I can't tell where the hell these alliances are. I just want to limit it to alliances that are nearby. Is that so much to ask? That's actually a good alliance. He's got a decent number of people. I'm guessing none of these... Oh. And they're willing to do a matrilineal marriage? Hang on. Is this the one I clicked on? Earldom of Derby. I would get an earldom because he's the son of this countess, which means he's standing to inherit her stuff. So if I do this... then I might... That's interesting. So why are they willing to do matrilineal? It's only minus 30 in this case. But she desires an alliance. Ah. And she's marrying up. And my level of splendor is high. Okay. So if I understand this correctly, he's second in line for 5 titles. So some of these titles are going to him. The kids they have will be of my lineage, my dynasty, and they will have titles. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. And we get an alliance out of it. And Derby's not a small territory. Okay. Now let's get back to the war, son. What are you supposed to do with the King of Poland raids you with 20,000 troops? Nothing. Just absorb. Just accept it. That's. I mean. what's there to do? If somebody's raiding you and you can't fight them off, you suffer the penalties. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what happened. That's why you build up your fortifications and defenses, because it makes it harder for them to quickly come in and loot and get out. Costs them more. And the raiding, by the way, is worse early on because there are so many tribal governments. There we go. Tribal governments. Tribal governments automatically allow raiding. Feudal governments allow raiding if you have a particular religion, I believe. Same thing with clan. I think clan governments can allow raiding, but only if you have a specific religion. But tribal governments really fall off over time. If they never revert to feudalism, or convert to feudalism, then feudal territories get stronger and stronger over time. So the raiding is more of a problem early on than it is later. Because if you look at tribal governments, like Lithgowshire, I've upgraded everything as high as it can go, which is tier 2. But feudal buildings can be upgraded to tier 8. So it is significant. Let's take an example of like an equivalent thing. So a barracks. Right now, Lithgowshire's equivalent of the barracks, which is the warrior lodges, can get me 275 levies. However, if we get a barracks to level 2, it gets a little bit fewer levies, but it strengthens your heavy infantry and spearman damage. But just by the time we get to stone barracks, we've already got more levies and even more damage. And then when we get to like here, these buildings are providing way more levies than the equivalent tribal building. So it's going to take some time, but probably by 1050 or 1100, the tribal areas are just going to be outmatched militarily. Because these war camps can never be upgraded any further. So there's that to consider as well. Oh, I'm raiding? Oh, there's an ongoing raid. Oh, that's not actually... Oh, I've got to go up here. That's what I'm missing. I thought that was a piece of Scotland I was missing. It's down here and over there. Accusations of witchcraft? She's a very, very good diplomat. But not worthy saving her. Oh, but we could get a bunch of stewardship lifestyle experience just by telling the peasants to piss off. Poland stretches from Hamburg to where now? To Ukraine? It doesn't even exist in my game, but maybe it hasn't been created yet. But yeah, in that circumstance, historically, you weren't gonna do anything. I mean, would you rather they declare war and conquer all your stuff and then you lose the game? At least if they're raiding you, you get to keep your stuff. A curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows that I was cursed the day I met Frang. He was my rival. However, that curse has been lifted. I don't know why he was my rival. I don't remember this guy at all. But we're no longer overwhelmed by stress, which is good. My rival died, and therefore my stress level went down. Hey, we're done with the war. Oh, they will not accept. But it said 100%. Now it says 95? Oh, they took back their capital. That's not fair. Gotta go back to the Orkneys. There we go. Now we can do it. All right. The Kingdom of Scotland is now very fractured, but also kind of whole. So let me see. I have the king title now. Look at me. I have the king title now. But I didn't gain any new counties as a result of that. But I do have probably a lot of upset vassals. Especially tribal vassals. Who are probably going to try to join some factions. So what I want to do... High Chieftain of Moray is my duke. Now why is that so big? Oh, because it's a duchy title that I don't own, is what it is. But they're not super strong, so that's okay. No, just disband all. So let me see if I understand this correctly now. Strengthen Bloodline. What are the requirements? Oh, that's right. You have to have all of these in your thing. What does it get you? You get strong blood in the whole dynasty. So if you can breed together the correct people to where your heir gets genius, beautiful, or Herculean, and they have at least something in the other two types, then you can significantly improve your bloodline. Consecrating a bloodline, you gain the trait Paragon, and you gain 500 renown. Oh, you'll have to control a holy site in order to get that. Founding a holy order seems interesting. You can definitely do it, because you don't have to. Once you get to a certain level, we're a devoted servant. So we could found a holy order, which seems like it would be kind of fun. Especially because there's a whole bunch of non-Catholics here in northern Scotland and Ireland that I could fight. I think holy orders, I looked up a little bit of it. Yes, okay, so if you found a holy order, you become their patron. And they exist in your realm. So you basically lease them a castle, but whenever you go to war, you can call them... I think you have to go to war with a hostile or evil faith, but whenever that happens, you can call on them and they will join you automatically as like a free mercenary company. I believe that's the case. What is a dynasty of many crowns? At least 10 members are one... Oh. At least 10 members are an independent ruler. And the highest held title is greater to or equal to kingdom. Everyone in the dynasty gets bonus stewardship, bonus prestige, and direct vassal opinion levy size. Wow. That's crazy. And it will eventually be mine. Mine! Lash out. Oh, that's right. When you get a stress when you get a stress reduction thing, it gives you a decision that you can use to reduce your stress. Let's lose some stress here. Were you born such a solitary churl, or did that develop later in life? He doesn't like me much now. My glory is widely known. We gained a level of fame. Excellent. Not least of which because it increases my tribal vassals' stuff. Not that I have a lot. Now, my kinsman is a new heir, but that's because I gotta do something with this damn kingdom title. Can I change it to not be Dynasty? Because, from what I can tell, Dynasty in CK2 was very good, because it was basically a form of primogeniture. But in this game, it takes the kingdom title. Let me see. We got this under here, right? So, when you die, you will play as your new player heir, which has no domains and only the Kingdom of Scotland. That's kind of stupid and infuriating. So instead, I'm going to destroy the law that allows Dynasty succession. It'll follow the realm succession law, which is just better. Why would you want to vote like vote score? Right now, they're giving my nephew the kingdom title, even though he has no territory from which to draw his levies to control it. It's just guaranteed to be a major problem. And if I tried to give it to this guy, who at least owns some stuff, but he's a vassal in the Kingdom of Sweden. So a vassal in the Kingdom of Sweden would somehow become the King of Scotland. But would he still be a vassal of the King of Sweden? No, I don't think so. But the King of Sweden probably wouldn't like that. So I'm definitely destroying the Dynasty law. It's going to cost me a little bit of prestige. Oh no, it says no cost? This says cost 750. Huh. It did cost 750. So now, my son, if we go back in here, if I did this right, will now inherit the kingdom title, the ducal title, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of the core county titles. Okay. Now, centralization, development, growth, and realm capital. That's a good idea. I want defensive measures next, though. So as we are now a king title, we should be getting some more renown. Yeah, 1 per month for having a king title. We have 4 dukes around the world. 1 king by marriage, 1 duke by marriage. That's interesting. And because we are a king, we have held a kingdom, we get a lot of stuff. What is this? Ransom. They want to ransom back their person. Okay, actually, we should do that for all of the prisoners we've got right now. Ransom everybody back. No hard feelings. Just give me some gold. A faction targeting me has disbanded. I was worried about factions popping up when I gained the crown, but let's see if there's any factions at all. Peasant rabble. They're going to pop up no matter what. And it's here and here that they have a problem? Why is that? Because of the whole offensive war thing. But the offensive war isn't happening anymore. Is it just because... Being the main attacker in a war will gradually cause your vassals to dislike you for after 6 months. Civil wars and great holy wars are excluded from this. Once no longer in a war, the penalty will slowly decay. But hold on a second. Vassals. These aren't vassals. But vassals don't like... So in CK2, an offensive war would piss off your vassals when you called them up to serve. But in this game, you cannot call your vassals to serve, which has always seemed confusing to me. You get the levies your vassal provide, but you can't call your vassals to join you in defending the kingdom. They'll just tell you to piss off unless you have a special alliance with them. To fight successfully besieging the settlement, a fortification protecting swaths of Greater Orkney. Chiefess has restrained her troops, resulting... This has got to be a typo. She's restrained her troops, resulting looting has been isolated... Oh, isolated and sporadic. Though your vassal has been spared, they eye your personal domains hungrily. I don't understand. Who is this? And it's Iceland. Do I have a claim to declare war on them? Because, you know, it's part of my domain. I hereby invite you to feast in my court. This is my daughter, my cousin, who doesn't like me very much. Why? Oops. Liege holds de jure duchy. A duchy that she should have? She also wants a seat on the council, which she can't have because she's a woman. Yikes. I'll accept the invitation, though. It's probably not a trap. Probably. We could all tell Countess Barabel had too much to drink, even though she insisted to show us how sober she was. I gain high standards of courtesy. Or I get a little less stress, and she likes me more. Let's keep her loyal as best we can. Try to be polite. She goes on and on about ancient military campaigns, and that's how we salvage that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? Yeah, had an interesting conversation. Yeah, let's learn some stuff. As the feast was dwindling down, I find myself deep in conversation with my untroubled cousin, Countess Lillis. And she could help me lose some stress by having a nice conversation on military strategies. I don't want to form a relationship with, virally with her, so let's go ahead and just take our stress-free thing. Yes, lots of stress reduction in that there revelry. Excellent. I lost a marshal. I lost my best marshal that day. This guy's already on the council, though. He's a chancellor. He's really good at being a chancellor. My champion could be in charge of this. Or, hang on, she's allowed to be a marshal? Oh, my vassals are allowed to be my marshals. That's right, even if they're women. That's right. That's good. I could ask my head of faith for more gold. Because, you know, he just likes me. I have good diplomacy, what can I say? Too many held duchies. You can only hold 2 duchies personally before your vassals start getting jealous. The more duchies you hold above this, the more envious they will get. You should consider giving away some of your duchy titles. How many? I didn't realize I had more than one. Oh, my, I have a lot of duchy titles. I can give away the Duchy of Northumbria and the High Chiefdom of Strathclyde. Where is the capital of this? That's the capital in Lennox. Yeah, that's the duchy capital. Who's in command of Ayrshire? My cousin and my marshal. She loves me. And she's got 2 counties, one of which is where? Down in Dublin. What I'd like to do is revoke her control of Dublin, but give her the Duchy of whatever this thing is. Strathclyde. But that would probably invoke some tyrannical stuff. Yeah, that's what I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to build a bunch of stuff in my capital county, but I can't because it's feudal and I'm tribal. That's why I've been desperately trying to climb the ladder. All right, so let's look again. What are these other ones? So we get Strathclyde, and that's the one I'm keeping. So I've got to give away Northumbria, and Northumbria is there. So which of my... He controls those 2. I will grant him the High Chiefdom of Northumbria. I don't like that he's got control of Dunbar. That's my de jure thing, but we'll give him this. He'll gain a 60 opinion of me, and it will get rid of the too many duchies penalty. So that should flip it around. He remains my vassal. Okay. Yep. So now he's my duke, and he's got 2 holdings. And he still doesn't like me, but that doesn't matter at the moment, because I still have too many duchies. It says I'm not rightful liege. That's weird. The vassal's primary title is not in Scotland. It's in England. That's why. That's why he thinks I'm not his rightful liege. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is try to conquer these. Oh. Yeah. The capital is over here now, huh? I'm going to try to conquer these once they're no longer being, you know, fought over. And then give those to somebody. Ah, give me some money. Thank you. I spent a little bit of piety. Piety doesn't really have a lot of stuff you can do with it except say, hey, Pope, give me this. Alternative reading. In a dusty corner of the library, I found a tome. I quickly come to the realization that it deals with some unconventional knowledge. Oh no, heresy! I know you spend it to start holy wars. That's true. Ayrshire. I wish you could right-click on any shield and be taken there. It doesn't always do it, which is really annoying. Apparently we've got a control problem. Ooh, Fife has got a big control problem too. Let's go ahead and look and find those problems and deal with them. Ah, I'm not the only one trying to increase control here. The liege is also trying to do that. The earldom of something has given rise to something or other. Oh, wait a minute. The peasant rabble. Yeah, I understand that they're upset. But some people want independence from the liege, and that can't be. Popularists want freedom from a foreigner rule. That's because they kind of hate me. So we gotta convert them, I guess, is my current thing. I'm converting a different place, though, right? Isn't my... yes, I'm converting Cumberland right now. It takes a long, long time to convert people. You notice that? It takes a really long time. What's more, I've held some of these territories for going on 50 years, and they still haven't had any culture shifts. My vassals arrived outside my castle with a grand procession of well-dressed diplomats, champions, and exotic entertainers. My vassal being my cousin, Countess Lillis, who controls Lancashire and Atholne. In a booming voice, she announces that she is here to pay homage, and that she comes bearing gifts of gold. Such generosity is hard to find in a subject. Her loyalty is truly something to treasure. I'm compassionate, so I wouldn't do that. I'm arrogant, so I wouldn't tell her to keep the gold, so I guess I'll just take it. Culture conversion is pretty... I can convert culture manually. I just assumed that cultural conversion would occur passively if you don't do anything. Because it seems very unlikely that they expect you to just spend your steward's day for 150 years converting the culture of these 10 provinces or whatever. That would take a ridiculous time. I feel like there should be some assimilation of the ruler on down over time. And you're right, my bishop is only kind of average. So there's nothing I can do about speeding up 16 years to continue changing that religion. What if I wanted to convert culture here? I should probably do it in the provinces that I am personally going to rule. But I really... See, the steward is the most valuable asset you can possibly have. It's insane how valuable all three of these are all the time. I'm going to let him finish his job doing the development in Ayrshire, so that gets up to at least 5. Ay, but we still have such little development everywhere else. Like, when you look at the development, we're just so far behind. There's meccas, like main central development hubs, and it's Byzantium, it's Rome, and it's Sevilla in this particular playthrough, it looks like. And then there are some in India as well, up in the Indus River Valley here. Oh no, Indus River's over here, I think. This is a different river. I don't remember the name of it. That's another very important river valley. The Fertile Crescent has a little bit there. And down in Egypt as well. But, man, look how bad it is up here. I've been trying, and I've got some success. These used to be deep purple. They're now up to 10 development. But down in here we get 12, and Kent's up to 12. 13 down in Dunmo. So, it's very difficult converting these guys' development as well. Oh, holy crap! I didn't know you could do that. But it bounces back. Well, that's good, actually. Alliance formed. Oh, a new ruler of Mercia means I have a different... Because she died. Okay. I still have the alliance because our children are still married. I think that's the case. I think the map mode I'm missing most is control map mode. I mean, you can see it when you do this. I just wish when you hovered over it, it would tell you how much control is there in the county right now. It doesn't tell you that. How can it not tell you that? I know red is worse, but how can it not tell you what the current one is when you hover over? It tells you all about the monthly progress and possible side effects, but I really want to see numbers. What do you mean a proper military map mode? What would be in a proper military map mode? Because there's a terrain map mode. And when you go to war, all of your provinces change to the garrison level and the fortification level, which I'm not sure I like. I'd rather have control over that. A missing village, lit only by a single candle. My finger pauses on an entry in the ledger. Something's not quite right. Soon I am searching through every record of the Earldom of Lothain I can find. At last, it is clear as day. It seems as if an entire village has gone missing from the taxation records. Huh. I shall travel to the village personally. Villages go missing all the time. Pay it no heed. No. I don't trust the tax collector. We're going personally to find out what the situation is. So Ulster now contains a lot of stuff. After days of travel, I find the village that is missing from my records. Not only is it thriving, absolutely thriving, but the villagers insist they do pay their taxes. Oh, you son bitch! You've been taken from the taxes? Oh, we're gonna confront this bastard. Those funds were vital to the defense of Lothian. He's terrified, not least because of the hulking soldiers I have brought to his manor. I will do anything to earn your forgiveness. I can get a weak hook on him. No, I think we've got to imprison him. He doesn't have any money, though, so I think he's just going to die in my prison. I've earned a stewardship perk for my investigations. None of these people will accept. Alright, defensive measures. We're trying to get to Architect, so that as soon as we do switch over to... because Architect itself, has some damn good cost reductions. If I'm going to build a bunch of holdings and buildings as soon as we convert to feudalism, I want a 10% discount on all of it. That's super valuable. And how far away are we? 3 years. I don't think I can get to Architect in 3 years. That's too bad. I think I'll only get one more, maybe 2 more perks within that time period. I am disappointed. Hello, Tingle. But yeah, like I was talking about before, I can't figure out the value in ever building a city when you have the option. It only ever gives you 20% of the tax. Are there cities that are just really, really well developed? Let's see if we can find a city that's super highly developed. Oh no, my guest accused the daughter of some random whatever, Buchan, of having an extramarital affair with my vassal. How could she defile the sanctity of marriage? This crime cannot go unpunished. Let's consider for them. I could lose a level of devotion. High Chieftain Hastane. Hang on. Who's going to get imprisoned? Who is she? High Chieftain. A courtier? I don't care about her. She has some money. I could ransom her to get her out. Anyway, what was I looking for? Development. High development means maybe... Oh, this doesn't even have a city in it. Oh, it does have a city. No, that's a temple. This is a city. Still almost no taxes. Maybe let's try in Rome. Maybe there's a city in here that is more well developed. Even in Rome, with level 2s of all of these things, you're only getting like 0.6 from the city. If you instead build a castle, you can get a full like 4 or 5 ducats. What the hell? And the castle will also give you levies. The city gives you nothing for levies. Why would you ever build a city? In CK2, cities made obscene amounts of money, so even if you were only getting like 25% or 30% of the taxes from the city, it was still worth it. Lithgowshire now has level 2 everything. Magnus, my other son. Let's have the wife go ahead and do that for him. I still have too many duchies. I gotta figure out how to deal with this. People don't like me as a result. Can I do some kind of war against this guy? Holy war for a kingdom? No, holy war for a duchy. I want this one down here. Within the target title, all titles held by those rulers are seized, and any Catholic rulers are vassalized by me. Here's the thing. Others might join the war. And he's actually really strong. He's inferior to me, but he's unusually strong. And he's got allies. That could also help him. I've also got allies about the same strength. Let's rearrange things the way that I want. Independent tribal rulers may settle, becoming feudal, so that's the only reason to go up to there. So right now we're going to leave it where it's at. I think I'm going to gain some tyranny, and it's going to piss some people off, but I wish I could move titles around to satisfy people and not get levels of tyranny. I'm not taking away... Like, I could take away Dublin title and give you 3 others, and it's still considered tyranny. That's my problem. Does she have Ayrshire? Yes. She also has the Snowdon one. At what point does somebody have too many titles? That's a question. A blanket opinion modifier for all characters in the realm. But I want Dublin in my court. I need it. I'm going to give you a different duchy. I'm going to give you Lennox in exchange for Dublin, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grant title. We're going to give you this and this. So the High Chiefdom of Strathide and the Earldom of Lennox both go to you, but I'm taking Dublin and the other one. Something tells me that's still not going to be, you know, okay for her. So now I'm going to revoke Dublin, and that's going to make her mad. 80 opinion for 10 years, but I just gave her plus 60, so that's not too bad. All my subjects was 20 opinion. That'll go away, theoretically, over time. Alright, so Dublin is back under my direct control now, I think. There it is. And she didn't get pissed off. Okay. But did I still get the tyranny? Yep, I still am considered a tyrant for doing that, even though I just shuffled things around and gave her a different duchy title. Who controls this? That's a direct vassal? Oh, she also controls Lancashire, which she shouldn't. That's not the right duchy for that. That's in my area. But I'll let it be because I don't want to get any more tyranny. Just look at Dublin. It's like the best area. It's all pasture except this is hills. Everything else is plains, 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 plains. By the way, I finally looked up. There's farmland has 2 things that other places don't have. Let's see if we can find it. Manor houses. There it is. Farmlands versus plains. Farmlands have a better version of farms, and they have a better version of barracks. And so if you ever have farmlands, you want to build those two things. It still gives you the option to build the crappy farms, and I don't get it. I don't know why it gives... That should really just replace it so it's not a trap for new players. Okay, so I've got Dublin. Dublin's providing me with some income and some other stuff, but it's also got a loss of control right now, so I should probably send my marshal down to deal with that. Because all these other bad control places, theoretically are going to be... Oh, that's an internal war, I think. Theoretically. Oh, they're attacking for something. Okay, so I can't lose anything as a result of this, I think. No, I can. How come I haven't been called to war by my vassal because when they're under attack? That drives me crazy. How come... This is my vassal. Right? So, if they're under attack, how come I haven't been... I don't get it. Alright, anyway, I slightly restructured things properly. And did I give away enough ducal titles? Yes. Now I no longer have too many ducal titles. I wanted to keep Meath over here, and I wanted to keep Lothain up there, so that's good. Oh, my counselor died. They're always dying. Ooh, but I have a really good replacement. Now, this is an interesting option that I have not yet had. Integrating a title. I could try to integrate Northumbria. I think it's already shifting, but we could speed it up. This says it'll complete in 60 years. But if we look at this, these are the de jure kingdoms of Scotland and England. But this one's been shifting to become part of de jure, like everybody considers this part of Scotland for a while. It'll work in 98 years. This one's also 98 years, so I could choose either of those. I'm going to choose this one, I think. Actually, this one. I think I'm more worried about England declaring that that is their de jure territory. So I'm going to have them work on this. 60 years left, even though they're really, really good at it, but we're speeding up the speed at which the de jure drift happens. Now, this is going to be done fairly soon, and I'm worried. Because there was something that was left undone. Ah, that's what it was. I wanted to get to Architect before that happened. Is that what I was thinking of? Okay. Development's probably done. What I need to do now is try to shift the culture of the areas that I control that are very important to me. Linlithgow is my pride and joy after Edinburgh. And this one's actually not bad either. I can't do anything here. Can't build anything because I'm not a feudal ruler yet. And the city has been building on its own. And the temple's been building on its own. To the beguiling King Brian, we've been burdened with your oppressive laws for too long. Have you, though? Have you really? Oh, I gotta move this to pop up somewhere else, I guess. We will crush the peasantry. There's a lot of peasants, though. That's what happens when your realm is just so spread out. Peasant faction has been defeated. Their leader's in my jail cell, and I doubt he's going to get out anytime soon. Oh. Now, the other thing that we could do in our lifestyle thing, where is it? Oh, it's under diplomacy, isn't it? Inspiring rule? Something in here, there's a way to make the peasants like you more. The popular opinion liking you more. It's not one of these, I don't think. This is about dread. Benevolent intent? No. Man, I cannot remember it. I swear there was something. I thought it was in here. Is it in stewardship? Popular figurehead. That will fix my popular unpopularity problem. There are a few things I enjoy more than Christina's company. That is my daughter. Helped me so much when she invited me along the other day. After a short break, I felt more at ease than I had in a long time. I'm lucky to have a friend like Christina. Wow, there goes all of my stress. Excellent. No, my amazing Chancellor is gone. I guess it's going to have to be my champion. He's got 64 years left in trying to ensure that de jure drift happens. I don't think my leader is a big fighter is the problem. He's just not. He's not a big fighter. He's a pilgrim. He's compassionate. He's arrogant. And he's calm. But he's never been one to conquer things. So I don't think he's going to. The culture here is all wrong. Excuse me. Oh no. I have too many sons. Why does this guy get 3 counties and I only get 1? That's not fair. Unacceptable. But the way to fix that, really, is to get to high partition, where the lion's share of the titles go to your main heir. Confederate partition I don't have to worry about anymore, now that I'm a king. I really had problems when I was only a duke, because I had so much land that ducal titles would have been just given out to all of my sons in various ways. Could I have my sons take the vows? Is that possible? I could disinherit for a ridiculously big renown hit. Margaret comes of age. They grow up so fast. Ooh, she's a Grey Eminence. She's really good at learning. Okay, Marshall's done doing that. Let's help again. Increasing control. Lithgowshire needs control increase? When did that happen? Ah. Bingo. Having retreated to my chambers for the evening, I am startled by what sounds like a pebble striking my window. Uh-oh. Sybil, my guest, is trying to woo me. No, I'm not going to fall for that. But we now can do this, which is just going to make everybody upset. And now, if I'm not mistaken, we have few champions. That is a problem. Wow, we can have a lot of champions. Buildings allowing us to have a lot of champions, so we need some more. Adopt feudal ways. Oh, damn it. Okay, call for a hunt, I guess, and let's get this over with. And maybe we can take... It's just those two? Let's take that before we adopt feudalism. He can bring out 3,000 troops with just this little area? That's crazy. Oh, he's got allies. Ulster's his ally. Well, I don't like that. I cannot afford the cost of that particular... Ugh, okay. Conquer? I was mostly doing this because I wanted to win. So it cost me 75, but I'll gain 75 back when I win it. I'll at least get one more piece to this puzzle. Alright, we'll raise the armies. We'll see if they call on... Aha. Every arrogant vassal loses opinion of you. Every non-arrogant, non-restrained vassal gains an opinion of you. What do you mean restrained? I guess that means imprisoned? I get a hunting trophy. Increased prestige. Sure. I have 5,000. Damn. Oh my god, she keeps following me. I don't want her to be my lover. Alright, we gained a bunch of renown. We'll get a bunch more when we win this war. Oh, that's one county. Okay, that's right. Makes sense. I should probably have some... Oh, this guy again and his bullshit. This stupid Pope is terrible at his job. I can afford another one. We should probably have some onagers, but that not yet. They cost too much. Oh God, you bastards! You're gonna cause me to lose control in my capital, though, so I can't. Oh, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna split up this army, and half is gonna go beat you up. F. Oh no, I'm looking for the army. There we go. Oh. Yeah, we'll take this guy with all the knights and everything to go fight the battle, and this one... No, other way around. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, stop. Split. Why is it only 594? And can that actually work here? No, it can't. There we go. Okay. That split should work. I don't know why we wouldn't have a person leading this army. But let's leave it for now, because, you know, it is what it is. We'll defend Lothane and conquer them at the same time. But it looks like the Munster people have come out. I'm not going to go fight them if I don't have to. There's always a chance I could lose my champions, and that would be for nothing. Dublin gained a market village. That's good. Alright, so we'll take Athol, and then we'll probably have enough prestige to do what needs to be done. Insularists in Gwynedd. Let's go look at insular Christianity. It's a pluralist doctrine. Vows of poverty and monasticism and pastoral isolation. Not the ones I would have chosen, so no. Alright, so now we do have enough of everything to adopt feudal ways. Let's finish this war so that Athol is part of my territory before this happens. Ah, Queen encourages chivalry and got me a ton of extra stuff. Excellent. There we go. War over. We've helped to unite everything, disband everybody. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. All tribal holdings will become castle holdings. My tribal vassals will change to feudalism. It's about time. The old ways have served us well, and we will always honor them. However, as the King of Scotland, I have concluded that we must adopt feudalism and its principles as well if we shall continue to prosper. It is the crucial next step on our road to greatness. Okay. Now, unlike CK2, it did not auto-build a city and a temple in every single one of my areas. That's very concerning, not least of which because I now can't afford the unraised armies that I just had afforded with no problem up until now. Although, hang on, we're paying full maintenance for now because of, they're still reinforcing, 2 of them are. So that'll go way down pretty quick. I really, really wanted to be an architect, but I guess we're going to have to start with the capital. Farms and fields is the most money you can get out of this, so let's do that. Enthusiastic conversions. Oh, that's good. Okay. So the men-at-arms thing isn't as big a penalty as we thought it was. The church holdings are now giving us a lot more. Vassal taxes are giving us more money. How are the church holdings up? 0.7. So, one of the things I could do, one of the things I'm going to do, is build a castle here. Because as we determined, cities and temples are awful. You never want them. You must build them. You have to build them before you can build a castle. You have to have one of each type before you can build a 4th, or a 5th, or a 6th for that matter. But, damn it, castles are just so much better. Because you directly hold them instead of having somebody else hold them. Didn't realize I still had more prisoners. Let's do a bunch of ransoming and get a bunch of money. So now that I'm not tribal anymore, my prestige income has gone through the roof. Before, all of my my men-at-arms were paying for it. With fame. the Northern Isles guy really hates me. He says not rightful liege because we need a duke up there, I think is the thing, right? Where's the Duchy of Moray? Who holds that title? He's the Duchy of Moray. So I am his rightful liege. He's the Duke. Right? He's also the Duke of the Northern Isles. So why does it say he's not my rightful liege? Because, Scotland definitely is the correct... Oh, no! Those are in Norway's kingdom. I need to cause... That's not... Oh, man. I understand now, at least a little bit. But those should also drift. Right? No, because I don't have this. Is this all part of the same duchy? The Northern Isles? Yeah, I need this one in order to get them all to drift over to me. So, I need to fight Iceland for this. But I don't think I have a claim on that. I would have to fabricate it. But this particular character is not about that life of fabrication. But what I don't like is a decently powerful vassal that might, conspire against me. Why is his contribution only 5%? Because of the not rightful liege thing. Even though he is the rightful liege of the territory. Like, he's got 2 ducal titles. And the jerk is still sending me less, half, because one of those titles, he says, I'm not his rightful liege. Alright. Meanwhile, look how little money I'm getting from all these. But they're not very well developed, right? Because they're not feudal. So these guys are actually giving me a decent amount of money now because I'm getting 20% income from them. Now they are giving me 25% contribution from levies and 10% from taxes. Is that how that really works? Tax 10%, tax 15%, taxes 25%. So it's always 15% higher, it looks like. But, do I have any of my counselors? Here's something I've started doing. So here's my cousin and Marshall, right? I can do, like, this, but then say, listen, your council rights are guaranteed because you're an excellent marshal. And then she's like, oh, fine. And then I can do this, and then say, but don't worry. Actually, I don't know what this is. Sanctioned War Declaration. The vassal does not have to spend a hook if their liege's crown authority prevents him from waging war. Ah. No, we don't want that. But I can say you'll be protected from title revocation too. I think these special rights only apply, I hope, for that vassal's lifetime. Or I don't think they get inherited. Or maybe they do. I don't want to do title protection. But I can definitely guarantee you council rights. Because I want her support as far as levies are concerned. This only goes up to 0.4 per month. Let's let her keep her money. She's giving me some people. And I'll guarantee her a space on the council because she's really good at what she does. I really probably should get up to Crown Authority 2, so that I have the ability to revoke titles. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there. Scotland is now starting to finally take shape. We've still got that little border gore with Ulster in the middle, but they're next. We'll get them soon enough. And we've got to fight Iceland over some of these territories as well. We now have 6-ish years before we can get the Architect perk, and from that point, we'll be able to build stuff cheaper. But I believe I should really build a holding before then. Just to get a 10% discount. I shouldn't wait for that whole time. So we'll do that. He's only 54. He could last another 10 years or so. We'll see how it goes. Thanks everybody for watching. We will catch you next time.